目前我更需要配合治疗，不光是为了促进神经的恢复，也为了预防和治疗脊髓损伤带来的各种并发症。治疗费用很多，但是法律的流程又很漫长。我多次打电话联系被拉黑，所以我只能通过网络的方式，希望他能够承担起后续的治疗费用。
At the beginning of the video, this pitiful woman had a car accident in April this year, which led to high-level paraplegia. As for the cause of the accident, according to what she said, it was because of her boyfriend's illegal driving. And this man who once promised to marry her vanished after taking care of her for 2 months, and now he cannot be reached at all. So in a fit of anger, she posted multiple videos in a row to accuse her boyfriend of his crimes, hoping to use the power of netizens to drag out this heartless man, make him take responsibility, and make him pay the medical expenses. However, what was unexpected was that after the videos were posted, the boyfriend did not show up, but netizens came, and they were not there to help her. They were all there to ridicule her. Especially some male netizens, who were particularly mean and sharp-tongued. At first I also thought, she is already so miserable, and she may never stand up again in this life. How could those netizens be so cold-blooded? But when I learned the ins and outs of the matter, I realized it was not that simple. Let's first take a look at what exactly happened.
Before the incident, he was a client. After the incident, he became a boyfriend. Before the incident, the boyfriend did not exist. After the incident, she pinned the boyfriend to the top. Before the incident, liking and marriage were two different things. After the incident, when are we getting married? An accident successfully turned the young man from a spare tire into the official boyfriend. The cause was that in April this year, Ms. Bai and her boyfriend Mr. Zhang's family were on a self-driving trip and crashed into a large truck halfway. There was not much problem with the driver, and the 3 people in the back row who did not wear seatbelts were only slightly injured. The girl in the front passenger seat was actually seriously injured to the extent of fractures of small bones, ribs, thoracic vertebrae, and lumbar vertebrae. She had put her legs up on the center console, and when the airbag exploded in an instant, it would violently push your legs toward your chest. In the lightest case, both legs would be fractured, in the more serious case high-level paraplegia, and in the most serious case death on the spot. Engineers have done tests showing that in just 0.05 seconds, an airbag at a speed of 300 km per hour can break the leg bones of a dummy. Moreover, netizens also dug up that this girl had the habit of crossing her legs while riding in a car in 2023. In this accident, the boy advanced more than 100,000 yuan in medical expenses for her, took care of her for 2 or 3 months, and then the whole family suddenly lost contact, and only then was he exposed online by the girl. Originally, she posted videos online to accuse her boyfriend and win everyone's sympathy, but she did not expect to be unanimously condemned by netizens. Because in the comments section of her previous videos someone said, "You are really beautiful," she said, "Then come into my arms." Someone asked, "Are you in a relationship?" She said, "I am passionately in love with stars like Lu Han." Someone said, "I really love you." She said, "Then please line up properly." Someone asked, "Were the flowers given by your boyfriend?" She said, "They were sent by a client." Clearly she had a partner, yet she pretended to be single. Is there a possibility that when she replied to comments, she did not yet know the boyfriend? Then let's look at the chat logs she exposed herself. As early as last December she had already known the boyfriend for 2 months, which shows that at least in October the two had confirmed their relationship. And in order to maintain a single persona, she refused to say that she had a boyfriend. In about 100 videos, it was either selfies or work, with no trace of a boyfriend at all. When asked what conditions she had for finding a partner, she answered tall, rich, and handsome. This inevitably raises suspicion that she was keeping someone as a backup while searching for someone better, hiding the relationship in order to look for a higher quality boyfriend. After the accident, the only video in which this boy showed his face was the pinned video in which the girl wanted to expose him, ask for money, and hold him accountable. Half a year ago, the boy said he wanted to get married, and she believed that liking and marriage were two different things. But after the accident, she repeatedly chased him, asking, "When are we getting married?" But the boy changed the subject every time. A netizen commented, "You can't stop him from heading towards something better, right? You don't need to dislike my disability, because I will not become your wife or friend." In fact, the comments on Ms. Bai's case are quite polarized. Half are blessings and half are curses, and a few are just watching the drama. Why say blessings and curses each account for half? Because in the morning when I opened the pinned video, there were 42,000 comments, and when I looked again in the afternoon, only 21,000 were left, and all the scolding comments had disappeared, leaving nothing but blessings. Netizens said that although her legs are not working, her hand speed at deleting is quite fast. To be fair, to tell the truth, it's not that the girl wants to get married, but that she feels she cannot stand up and cannot find the next partner. The high medical expenses are unaffordable, so she can only desperately chase her boyfriend to marry her, using marriage to bind the man and make him responsible for the rest of her life. Does the boy need to take responsibility? Well, he must. Although the girl concealed the relationship, it has nothing to do with this accident. If he was judged to be primarily responsible due to a driving mistake and caused someone to become paralyzed, compensation is only right and proper. Of course, the girl's crossing her legs in the front passenger seat also aggravated her paraplegia, and the driver's responsibility naturally needs to be reduced. Although her pretending to be single was not decent, since you crashed into her, you must pay whatever amount you should pay.
As the saying goes, before the paraplegia, you were arrogant and proud, and now that they have disappeared, your life and death are uncertain. We will not make too many comments here on her behavior of playing the victim. Now she is still selling her misery online, but comments on the videos have been disabled, and the tens of thousands of comments have been deleted by her down to just over 100, all of which comfort and support her, at least proving that her hands are fine. But there is one point I don't know if everyone has noticed. Her boyfriend advanced more than 100,000 yuan in medical expenses and took care of her for 2 months before disappearing. Logically, this does not make sense. If he were an irresponsible person, he should have run away as soon as the incident happened and would not have invested so much before leaving. Sure enough, as the matter became more and more heated, recently the boy's mother also spoke out.
连日来，来自甘肃的25岁白女士在社交媒体上发帖称，今年4月份，她男友开车发生车祸，致使坐在副驾驶的她高位截瘫。但是男友照顾她2个月后就无儿消失，引发热议。9号当晚近9点，张某向红星新闻记者发来信息，称她的肋条断了2根。带伤照顾白女士2个月之后，白女士当面骂她，白女士家人还到其老公和儿子的单位闹，老公和儿子没有办法工作，现在都丢了工作。但是白女士对此不认可，她说，首先自己没有威胁，也没有逼着辞职，是张某某一家失联跑路关机，是为了逃避自己的责任辞职的。她让家人帮忙去找，结果一家人全都不见了。对于一家人为何不再和白女士联系等问题，张某回复红星新闻记者，我们不想解释的太多了，我们接受法院的判决，我们也愿意承担我们的责任。
Does that make sense? The boyfriend's mother endured the pain of broken bones to take care of you for 2 months, and you were not grateful, but you even cursed her. Not to mention that you caused the father and son of that family to lose their jobs. Now you have even escalated the matter to the internet and the media, attempting to smear this family. If you want to do this, then let's follow the legal process, and whatever the court rules, we will follow. Now the situation is that Ms. Bai's treatment expenses are already stretched thin, and to file a lawsuit, she has to be discharged from the hospital first to do so, and to be discharged at least half a year later, during which time the expenses can only be figured out by Ms. Bai herself. Because the court has not yet ruled, it can only be said that if you don't court disaster, you won't suffer disaster. If she had not cursed people, the boyfriend's family might not have felt that it was not worth it and might not have left. If she had not tried to smear that family, there might still have been room for maneuver. There are many, many ways, but she chose the worst one. But then again, although this woman is not a good person, she is already so miserable. Even if netizens do not help her, at the very least they should not mock her so coldly, or even curse and abuse her. So what do you think? Do you think this man should still be responsible for her future? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's chat together. And if you like this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.